dental plates, then you may sometimes find that they slip, wobble, become loose in your mouth. When that happens, you should use the amazing new cream Polygrip. Polygrip guarantees to hold your plates tighter, longer than anything you've used or you...
Me, a very popular Italian star who has appeared in Montreal recently, Ilio DiPaolo.
Hi, Dick. How are you?
Well, I'm pretty good. Still wrestling?
Yes, in fact, I was in this past Wednesday, I was in Montreal. Since you mentioned Montreal, me and Rocca, we defeated Kimuka, Ito and Duke Kimuka.
Well, they're a tough combination, aren't they?
Oh, yes, very tough combination. But I think we did it this time. I was hoping to get a good partner to do it, and wasn't with me and Rocca. I think we had the right combination there, and we did it.
Well, Argentina Rocca and all these fans looking in are aware of his ability.
Dick, would you mind if I say something in Italian? I know in Montreal they got a big population of Italians.
Well, I'd be glad to have you talk Italian.
Mi fa molto piacere di parlare qua al microfono in italiano. Che mercoledì passato io e Rocca abbiamo vinto ai giapponesi là al Montreal, al forum in Montreal, e speriamo di ritornare là in Montreale e continuare il nostro successo per il nostro tricolore. How's that?
Well, I'll have to admit, I can't understand Italian. I'm not much, I have trouble with the English language.
Well, Dick, you know, like I say in Italian, like I said to all the fans in English too, I'll always be glad to go back there. And, you know, for Italian, I'm an Italian myself, so I got to speak to them in Italian.
Elio, how long have you been wrestling?
Well, I've been wrestling professional 10 years.
And you actually came over from Italy in 1950?
That's right.
What kind of sports did you play in Italy?
I played the round ball, they kick with the feet, what they call them in here, soccer.
Soccer, yeah?
Yeah, soccer games. And
that's what they call football in Europe, isn't it? Soccer?
Yeah, well, in Italiano we call them calcio.
Mm-hmm.
And I play that, and bicycles, usually we got them like here. See, over there the round ball, the pallone, we call them, and the bicycle is just like in here, the kids go with the baseball and football.
Yeah.
You know, that's the popular thing in there.
Well, that's, Italians have been known for their bike riding. Yeah. Well, Elio, do you expect to get up to Montreal on Wednesday night?
Well, I should hope so. I should hope so. After the success we had last Wednesday, so we should meet some other top team or some top contender that I'm open for any challenge anytime, and I challenge anybody in Montreal.
Well, I guess Wednesday night is the night they wrestle in Montreal, isn't it? And I guess the best way to find out just what Wednesday night they'll be wrestling is to stay tuned to this channel here and find out all the information and read their local newspaper.
That's right. That's right, Dick.
Well, our interview guest has been a very popular Italian star who defeated the Kiyomuka brothers Wednesday night in Montreal, Ilio DiPaolo. And Ilio, I hope you come back and talk to us again sometime.
You bet, Dick. It was a pleasure.
Hello, everybody. Dick Beyer here. You want action? You want entertainment? Then sit back and relax because we got the best of professional wrestling right now. And
just a minute, Byers. I know what you're going to do. You're going to talk while you're here. Well, I'm going to talk if there's going to be any talking done here today.
Let me explain
something. You come in here and you bat your lips together. Now, I demand a little bit of equal time right here before these people are looking in.
Well, then bring in a chair.
I got you. Oh, I have a chair ready right here. Right here. I'm going to sit right down here because I know there's been people that have been watching and listening to you here on television, and I know that a lot of them have come and told me, Dick Byers has talked about you Gallagher brothers. He said, made a lot of derogatory remarks about you. Well, I'm going to sit right here today, and I'm going to censor everything that you have to say about the Gallagher brothers, and everything that's not true, well, I'll just straighten you and the people in the viewing audience out there, straighten you right out, both of you, right off the bat.
Well, let me bring the people up to date on why you demanded equal time. The main event in Erie at the Erie Skating Arena this coming Tuesday night is going to be Mike and Doc Gallagher going against Dick Beyer. That's myself and Billy Red Lions. So it'll be at Donnybrook, and the Gallagher brothers claim that I am prejudiced in my commentating, so they demanded equal time, and that's the reason why Mike Gallagher is here, and we'll have to put up with him throughout the entire show. But first of all, just to give you a little outlook on what to look forward to here this afternoon, you got the Gallagher brothers, and they'll be going against Lyons and Perez. Then you got a match with Bearcat Wright. You got another one with Fritz Von Erich, another one with Ilio DiPaolo. All great stars coming your way right now. And out at the Erie Skating Arena coming up this week, another great card put on by the promoters out there. You got the Gallagher brothers going against Billy Red Lyons, the popular Canadian, and myself. Bearcat Wright will be there going against Cyclone Smith. You got Duke Kiamuka going against Dominic Bravo, and Chet Wallach going against Baron Gattoni. But right now, to satisfy Mike Gallagher, whom you're looking at right now, let's take a look at the Gallagher brothers in action against Billy Red Lyons and Miguel Perez, and then talk with Mike about the tactics that the Gallaghers use right after looking at this film.
Pal, you see what the Gallagher brothers can do, can't you? Huh? You
Well,
still going to be there Tuesday night?
I'll be there. There's
Byers,
nothing
tell the
you...
truth for once.
There's
Will
nothing
you really
new
be there?
that your brother can say or do that will scare Lyons or myself in any way.
Byers, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you or anybody else, but anybody that looked in here today and saw us just get finished wrestling could see the skill, the science, the speed, the mental superiority of the Gallagher brothers, why we always win our matches. Do you understand? I don't have to sit here and talk like you do. You have to tell people, Dick Byers is going to be there. I'm Dick Byers. He's Dick Byers. You have to tell, everybody looks at me. They know who I am. I'm one of the Gallagher brothers. I'm Mike Gallagher. They just got finished seeing us wrestle. I don't have to pat myself on the back or build up my wrestling ability. The people looked in. They saw our match. They saw how terrific the Gallagher brothers are. That adjective is used a little bit too much, being terrific or sensational. We are in a class by ourselves. We're in a class that's beyond description. We're just out of this world.
You are, completely, but let me say this. You use just about every illegal tactic in the ring to win that match right there.
No, please, look. Don't try to misinform the people. The people watched. They saw what happened.
That's right. They saw with their own two eyes.
It's not illegal tactics when a man goes out there with a heart that's big enough that wants to get in there and win and beat his opposition. That's exactly what we did. We wrestle, I could describe it as being scientifically rough. There's nothing dirty. There's nothing illegal about what we do. The only dirty, illegal tactics that are used are people like you or somebody that's going to come here on television before these people and say, there's Gallagher brothers are wrong. They're dirty. They're not fair. They're this, they're that. That's the reason I'm here this afternoon, to show you and to prove to these people that the Gallagher brothers are above reproach. And as all it is jealousy on the part of you and all the wrestlers that are around here now. They're jealous because we're so good.
Yeah, you're so good, but here's, you might go in the ring to win good. I think every athlete or any
That's right. That's
person
right.
that gets in the ring or any athletic contest should go in there to win.
That's right.
That's the primary purpose of athletics, is to teach sportsmanship and win, because you learn by winning and you learn by losing. But you purposely, you and your brother, purposely go in the ring to maim your opponent. You go in there, and if you can hurt your opponent, you do it.
Why? What? You know, I'm telling you.
You'll purposely injure him.
There's people in this world that are like you, Byers, that try to convey their thoughts to the poor people that are looking in and trying to make them think the way you think. I know how the people see this match out here. I know how they feel. You are trying to brainwash these people into thinking the way you think.
I'm not trying to brainwash
I know
anything.
what
Just
you're
to prove to
doing.
the people right now, I got a film. I wasn't going to show it, but I got a film that I want you to see between Doc Gallagher, your brother, and myself. I'm going to get it.
What? Well, I don't know whether he's going to come. He's coming back or not, or what he's going to get. Do any of you fellas know where he's going? I don't know. This Dick Byers got a lot of. What is that?
I got a film here. It runs about 12 minutes. That I'm going to have the. Will you take this and run this film here?
Okay.
I just want you to convey one message to your brother. He has got a little, like, what do you call it, a little payment or receipt coming. I have a scar, and it's right here. And he's going to have one in the same place as a result of that match that you just saw right now. And I don't care what you say or what your brother says, you're in for a licking come Tuesday night at the Erie Skating Arena.
Now, I hope the people who looked and believe what you had to say, Mr. Byers, because what you've done here today, you've riled me. I'm keeping myself calm because I know if I lose my temper that you're not going to make it down here Tuesday night because I'd tear you apart right here. But just let me get finished what I have to say. I know that the people that watch us on television love us. You have to come here every day, every Saturday, and tell the people how terrific you are. See, you have to
Wait a minute, hold it. Yellow. It's for you.
Yes. You think Dick Beyer's a terrific wrestler, huh? Well, madam, let me tell you something. If you think Dick Byers is a terrific wrestler, when you get finished using your straitjacket, you could send it to him and let him use it. That's all I have to say. Listen, I don't want to be bothered with anybody talking on the telephone or anything else. I've been insulted here today. I've been disgusted. I've been upset. The only thing that's going to come of this is if you are man enough to show up here in Erie Tuesday night, then, brother, anybody out there who's interested in wrestling or is interested in coming down and seeing this match Tuesday night, if you have a weak stomach, take it from me, stay home. Because if you think you got something from my brother the other night, Byers, you just got a sample of what you're going to get Tuesday night. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Now, you could say a few sad words because I'm going to leave. See, you can feel like a man now. You could talk to the people while I'm gone, see, because you don't have to worry about me backhanding you across the mouth.
Well, anytime you want to try it, all you got to do is step up. Well, we finally got rid of him, and I hope he's gone for good. He had his say, and he had his hour in court, so they say. But right now, let's take a look at Bearcat Wright in action, and you'll see him in action come Tuesday night at the Erie Skating Arena. Well, it's been an exciting afternoon, and we opened the show by saying professional wrestling is exciting, but we had an unexpected guest demanding time, and he'll have his time, 60 minutes of it, in the main event come Tuesday night, Erie Skating Arena. I'm speaking of Mike Gallagher, and his brother Doc will be going against Billy Red Lyons and myself. And if you want to take a look at the scar I'm sporting from the match, I got it right over here over my right eye, and you can take a look at it Tuesday night. It's going to be Bearcat Wright over there, and Bearcat Wright is the pride of Jamaica, the Jamaica Giant, one of the most popular Negro wrestlers in the country. And he'll be going against Cyclone Smith of the Hurricane Cyclone Smith combination. Then you got Duke Kiyomuka from the island of Kyushu in Japan with his famous claw hold, and he'll be going against Dominic Bravo. Then in your other bout, it's Chet Wallach going against Baron Gattoni, all out at the Erie Skating Arena coming up this week. Well, this is Dick Beyer saying so long for now. We'll be looking forward to seeing you here again next Saturday afternoon and out at the Erie Skating Arena come Tuesday night. Till then, so long, be good, and take care. Guest at interview time is Billy Lyons, and Billy Lyons, we got a great card coming up in Cleveland on April the 6th. I don't see your name on the card as yet. My name doesn't appear there as yet, but I'd certainly like to be there because it's going to be probably the strongest attraction for Cleveland in the history of wrestling at Cleveland. And let's just give you a little idea of what it is. It's Argentina Rocca against Gorgeous George. It's Fritz von Erich and Elio DiPaolo against the Tolis brothers. And have you ever heard of Daddy Lipscomb?
Well, I understand he's probably one of the greatest football players the United States has ever had.
Well, I'm sure the Cleveland area football fans know Daddy Lipscomb. It's Sweet Daddy Lipscomb, and he plays defensive tackle for the Baltimore Colts. And he's also a professional wrestler, made about $50,000 last year just wrestling. I don't know what he makes football. But he'll be going against Angelo Savoli, and then you got the midgets in action and tag team action. Those are 4 all-star main event bouts, 3 more to be added, I think. And what do you think just about that card right there?
Well, Dick, that would be that card that you just mentioned there. That would be a main event in any city. Just what you have mentioned there: Von Erich and DiPaolo against the Tolises, Rocca against Gorgeous George, Daddy Lipscomb, Savoli, the midgets. What more could you want?
Well, I know what a couple of other names they could add on there. They can add the names of Beyer and Lyons on there.
That'd be quite all right with me.
That'd be all right with me, too. I'll be there, and I'm sure you'll be there because you'll want to see Rocca against George. You got probably the 2 greatest money makers in professional wrestling going against each other, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would.
I would say that probably between 1945 and today that Gorgeous George and Rocca together have made close to about $5 million.
At least.
And those are your 2 biggest money makers and biggest attractions in wrestling going against each other at the Cleveland Arena on April the 6th. Now, the promoters in the Ohio area have some great shows coming up during the week. For instance, out at Port Clinton on Monday night, April the 3rd, we have a great card. You got over there on the card, you got Bearcat Wright, who is probably another great attraction. You got Hercules Romero, the strongest man in wrestling. You got the smallest Mighty Mites, the midgets in action. And you got Doc Gallagher
and Mike Gallagher on the card. So
I see. This is a tag team, is it, Bearcat?
no, I don't know whether it's a tag team or not. All these men appear over there, though, Bill, and it's a all-star card. That's Port Clinton on Monday, April the 3rd. Now, on April the 4th in Warren, another all-star card, you got Gorgeous George over in Warren, and he's making his first appearance, I think, in Warren. You got the Japs against the Tolis brothers over there, so maybe that should be a dandy. And you got Reggie Parks is also on the card. Over in Sandusky on April the 6th, that's Thursday, April the 6th, on the card is a guy by the name of Lyons and Sato Kiyomuka. Now, what do you think about this one against Sato?
Well, I've been trying to get a match with this Sato now for over a month, so I see I finally got a rematch with him.
Also on the card, you got the Pride of Jamaica, Bearcat Wright, going against one of the other Kiyomukas, Duke. Then in Canton on April the 7th, promoter Vince Risco has a great card lined up down there. On the card are Von Erich, Lyons, the Tolis brothers, Sweet Daddy Lipscomb, and one of the Gallagher brothers. That's down in Canton on the April the 7th for promoter Vince Risco. And it should be a dandy, and we don't have the complete card for Walter Moore and Akron on April the 8th, but I'm sure if you'll listen live Studio Wrestling next Saturday afternoon, you'll find out the complete card that promoter Walter Moore has lined up for Akron. So that's Port Clinton on Monday, Warren on Tuesday, Sandusky on Thursday, along with the great card in Cleveland on Thursday, Canton on Friday, and Akron on Saturday. And it's kind of a week filled with the greatest in professional wrestling.
That certainly is, Dick.
Well, Billy, it's been nice having you here. Our guest has been a very popular Canadian, Billy Lyons. Look forward to him coming to your local arenas, and look forward to him coming in Cleveland, I hope, on this Thursday.
I certainly hope so myself.
Well, our guest has been Billy Lyons, and Billy, thanks for coming in.
It's been a pleasure, Dick.
Well, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. But first, let me remind you of what you got to look forward to coming up in the Cleveland area this week. Monday night, remember, it's wrestling at Port Clinton. Tuesday night, wrestling in Warren, Ohio. Wednesday night, we're off a little bit. And Thursday night, we go over to Sandusky for a great card over in Sandusky. Also on Thursday, remember the great card, all-star card, coming right here in Cleveland. You got Argentina Rocca, Gorgeous George. Fritz Von Erich and Ilio DiPaolo against the Canadian Wrecking Crew, John and Chris Tolis. You got Sweet Daddy Lipscomb versus Angelo Savoli. Then you got the midgets, and the midgets will be Irish Jackie and Farmer Pete going against Tiny Tim and Bouncing Billy Burke. And that'll be all out at the Cleveland Arena this Thursday night. Promoter Vince Risco down in Canton has a great card on Friday night, and I'm sure all you fans in the Canton area will want to get down and see Vince Risco and the card he has lined up down there. He has Von Erich and Lyons, the Tolis brothers, Sweet Daddy Lipscomb. Oh, one of the Gallagher brothers, Mike, will be down there. And also for Walter Moore on Saturday night over in Akron. Check next Saturday's live show for the complete card in Akron on Saturday night. It's Dick Beyer saying, I hope you all have a very, very happy Easter. Hope you all went to church today. And make sure that you drive carefully throughout the week, because we don't want to lose any of you fine wrestling fans. And we'll see you throughout the week right back here next Sunday morning. Till then, good luck to each and every one of you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 1 hour of the best in professional wrestling, direct from the beautiful WJW studios here in Cleveland, Ohio. We have a tremendous card lined up for you here on a Sunday morning. A little later on in the program, you're going to have an opportunity to talk and see what the Canadian Wrecking Crew is made out of, John and Chris Tolis. And we have a great card lined up for you here. You're going to have an opportunity to see Bobo Brazil going against Doc Gallagher, and that's an interesting combination right there. You're going to see the Tolis brothers in action against Hercules Romero and Billy Red Lyons, and this one is a dandy. Also going to have an opportunity to see Fritz Von Erich and Miguel Perez in action. But right now, let's take a look at the Tolis brothers in action, and then we'll have an opportunity to talk. It's not of my doing, but it's a demand from the Tolis brothers to come out here and have equal time to tell them or to tell you what they will do this coming week with their opponents. But right now, let's take a look at the Tolises going against Hercules Romero and Billy Red Lyons. Well, you just saw the Tolis brothers in action, and I want to know what was the final decision on that match?
Final decision on that? That's a very ridiculous question. Everybody knows the final decision on that match was the great breaking through from Canada, Chris and John Tolis, defeated Billy Red Lions and Hercules Romero and you. We defeated 3 guys in that ring, as people just seen. 3. We defeated Lions, Romero, and you, because you're very, very prejudiced when it comes to the Tolis brothers, and I'm glad we understand that your finger was very, very badly mangled, and that was just too bad. My heart bleeds for you, no kidding.
Let me ask you this. Why do 2 men of your caliber, I mean, your ability in the ring is good, make no mistake about it, but why do you have to attack not only myself, I've seen you do it on several other occasions, why do you have to attack a person who is trying to do a job and broadcast a match who is in a suit? I don't think either one of you would attack me if I had somebody else here in a suit. But 2 against 1 now, you might try something.
Listen, Byers, I'm going to tell you something. Every time my brother and I are in that ring, and you're at ringside broadcasting, you never say any. We have many spies outside the ring, and they tell us that you have never said anything nice about the great Tolis brothers. You've never said anything nice about the great Tolis brothers. We are the greatest. We didn't interfere in. We never interfere in your commentating. Never. You interfered in our match. As you seen, that match was outside the ring, inside. When you see action outside the ring, please take your microphone and stand way in the back, or you're going to get hurt.
Well, I'm not worried about whether I'm going to get hurt or not, but why do you have to...
listen, we didn't come here to talk about you or Hercules Romero, Red Lions, or about your poor finger. I hope it's broken. I hope they have to cut it off. We come here to talk about Bearcat Wright and Bobo Brazil, what we're going to do to them the next time we wrestle them. You understand? That's the match we've been after. They are the champions right now, and when we get through wrestling them, we're going to be the new champions. That's what we want to talk about now is Bearcat Wright and Bobo Brazil. Well, not about your poor, lousy finger, because I don't care if they cut off your whole arm.
Well, I'd like to talk about Bearcat Wright and Bobo Brazil because I think they are an unbeatable combination.
What you think don't mean nothing to us, Mr. Byers, because I want to tell you something. You have nothing to think with. So how can you think when you have nothing in your head to think with? Now,
why do you keep
the only thing about Bobo,
me?
Because you're no good. The only thing I can say about Bobo Brazil and Bearcat Wright is they're both 2 big men. You understand? They're real, real big, but they're not smart. You see, they both got real big heads, but they're both empty. They're not smart like the Tolis brothers. To be a great team and win matches like my brother John and I.
Have you ever been beaten?
If we have been beaten, we have been disqualified or cheated.
Purposely disqualified?
By referees that dislike us. Most people...
You get disqualified on purpose for fear of getting beat?
What do you mean? Explain yourself more clearly.
Oh, I think it's purely explanatory. I mean,
no,
you
get
disqualified, you'll hit the referee, you'll find yourself getting beat. And in order to save face, you'll get disqualified.
That's not true. That's not true. The reason why we get disqualified is because we're too rough. Or the referee don't like us. Just like 90% of the referees don't like us, and 99% of the wrestlers don't like us because they know they can't beat the great Tolis brothers. And that goes for Bearcat Wright and Bobo Brazil. The next time we wrestle them, there's going to be new champions, and that's going to be us.
Well, that remains...
There ain't no well about it. Don't remain to be seen. It's the truth. We are the next champions. In fact, we are the uncrowned champions of the world right now. And we'll prove that the next time we meet Bearcat and Bobo Brazil. We're going to beat them. We're going to drive their heads right through the mat. We are going to be the new champions the next time we wrestle them. Mark my words.
Well, where would you like me to mark them?
Right on your forehead. If you keep getting smart, I'll spell my name up there.
Well, I already guessed. You've had your allotted amount of time. Have Chris and John Tolis.
That's all the time I want on this program.
But right now, let's go back to more professional wrestling at its best. That's it for today from the beautiful WJW studios here in downtown Cleveland. It's been a pleasure being here. We hope that we've entertained you just a little bit. We can't control the actions of the Tolis brothers while they're here on an interview. However, they can be controlled by the referees and the athletic commissions throughout the country, and they'll have their doings coming up in the coming weeks. But right now, we'll see you next Sunday at this same time. Till then, this is Dick Beyer saying so long, be good, and take care.